Etsy takes a high commission on every sale, and on top of that there are listing fees, payment fees and constant policy changes. And many sellers, they are frustrated. But actually what a lot of people don't realize is that this frustration actually creates a lot of opportunities. Because in today's world you don't need a team of developers to build an Etsy alternative. You can actually create one yourself without writing a single line of code. In this video I'll show you exactly what I mean. So here's why more and more sellers are looking for an alternative to Etsy. First up, rising fees. Etsy is currently taking 6.5% plus 20 cents per listing and plus payment processing fees. Second up is competition. Sellers are competing with millions of other shops, so even with good products, it's really hard to get noticed. Third is that there's no control. So Etsy decides the rules, the policies and the visibility, and sellers just have to react basically. And finally, of course, there are the algorithm changes. So one small tweak in the algorithm can basically result in a shop losing all their income overnight. And this is actually the key insight. Because sellers, they don't necessarily need another Etsy, they just need a better home. And that's where the opportunity to create niche marketplaces come in. The most successful Etsy alternatives aren't massive platforms, they're focused. Think handmade ceramics, vintage watches, indie stationery or local artisans. Because when you just build for one group, you can offer lower fees, better visibility and a real sense of a community. And the only problem used to be tech, but that problem is now solved. So let me show you how to actually build one of these live. Okay, so I am on Prometora, my marketplace builder, and you can see here I am then about to choose either one of these 4 templates here or the custom with AI, which is actually the one that I'm going to be choosing now. So what will be sold on your marketplace? So I want to make a marketplace for handmade ceramic artists. Let's try that, and let's maybe call it just, I don't know, something like this. Ceramics with a C here. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, cool. And we click next, and I then choose that this will be, I don't know, maybe a fun and playful kind of theme. And it then starts generating. So that of course does take a couple of seconds, and you can see that it's creating first the home page for me, then the about page, and then a contact page. So of course this is just a first kind of draft that it makes for me, and then everything is adjustable afterwards. Okay, so you can see here that I have a hero where it says discover handcrafted ceramics made with soul. Okay, cool. Then there's like kind of like a how it works. So it says here why choose ceramics, support artist, own art. That's cool. So then we can make this a little bit nicer. And there's also kind of like a small component down here where it says ready to find your perfect ceramic piece, and then there's like a button. We can maybe direct that into the all listing page. So that's already pretty cool. So that's a good start, and that took what, 2-3 seconds. So I can start by just clicking up here, changing the navigation. So I don't need a link to the front page, but I want to have a link to the all listings page, one to the about page, and one to the contact page. So I click here, and then you can see I have them here. Cool. Also, actually, I don't want to have the tagline there, so I'll remove that one. Right now, I don't have a logo and I don't have a favicon, but I could upload that here basically. So let's just keep it like this. So it's just like this. Okay, so it's already pretty good, I would say, but let's just make it even nicer. So let's start with the hero, of course. So I'll click here, and then of course the image, let's choose another image. And I actually have one here that should make it look more like a ceramics kind of marketplace. So I pick that one, and you can see that it now looks like this. So that's a little bit better, right? So maybe the color here of the text should now be black. No, it should not. So let's go back to white actually, but maybe just make it a little bit bigger maybe. Let's do maybe like this. Let's try it like that. Okay, that looks better, I would say. And maybe let's make the font here, no, sorry, the background I don't know, maybe black actually. Yeah, I think that's better. And that is pretty good. So do we need the quick searches? Let's actually remove them. So like this, and I publish the changes. And let's just have a look here, what it looks like. So it looks like this. That's a pretty good start, I would say. Okay, nice. Great, so now let's move on to this part down here, which is kind of like why choose ceramics. So let's start with actually just changing the text. So I have a couple of texts here, as you can see, that I already wrote. So let's just change it one by one. So this one, we'll change to this, then number 2 to this one, so like that, and then number 3 to this. Okay, cool. We can publish that to start with. Okay, good. Then maybe let's remove this one, and then maybe add, I don't know, maybe we need a background color here that is dark. Should we do dark or should we do grayish? Okay, let's do like this maybe. Yeah, maybe make this one white. Yeah, even more white probably. So let's do like this. Oh, actually, is it good? Let's see. Let me just see. Actually, we'll do black. Yeah, we do black, and then let me just publish that. And the icons, maybe we can choose some other icons here, I don't know, discover, and also actually let's make the background, let's make it black like this, and also this one black, and this one as well. Let's also make this one black. This one down here, we just remove them. Okay, so let me just try and publish that. So let me just see here. So this is the background color here. So here, let's also pick that background color, publish that. And let's just see what that looks like. So now it looks like this. Is it, let me just see what it looks like on mobile here. So if I do like this, so it looks like this on mobile. It's pretty good. We have the burger up here, and if I scroll down, it looks like this. It's pretty good. Could be better, but it's a good start, I would say. Okay, cool. And then this one down here, let's also make that one in the same color, probably. So I choose the background here and pick this color instead. Let me publish that. This button here, let's make that one black, and let's make this one link into the all listings page. So this one like that. Let me publish that. And the meat artisans, that's actually a great idea, but you know, you could have a page where everyone is basically presenting themselves, but let's just hide that one for now. And I publish, and let's see what that looks like now then. So now it looks like this. The footer should probably also be maybe gray, but yeah, that's a good start, right? It can of course be even better, but let's just begin like this. It's a simple way to start. Great. Now for the about page, it looks like this, and the contact page, there's a contact form, as you can see here. So those ones I'm actually just going to leave as they are right now, but of course you would want to make them a little bit nicer, of course. And by the way, you can also use the AI features here, right? So if I want to, for instance, add a border here, you can just write add a red border, and then we'll basically apply a border like this. So you can see there's a red border here, and then you can also write like make it thicker, and then it should be making the border thicker, as you can see here. So let's just publish that, and if I go to the area here, you can see that there's now a border. So that's how it works, and you can also create full components down here if you go on the create area down there. But For now, I actually just want to go to the store settings, as you can see down here in the left side, and let's go to the listing form, because this one is very important. Because here you then configure what types of listings you want sellers to kind of make. So you can have just one type of listing, or you can have multiple types. And we're actually going to be making multiple types here. So I did a little bit of research, and it seems like there are 3 types of clay-based ceramics. So that's earthenware, stoneware, and porcelain. So let's make those 3 types. So I'll click here, and then I start by just editing the first one here. So we'll call that one earthenware. I think that's how you say it. So let's do like that. The description, let's also just do like this. And then let's add another type that we call then stoneware, like this. And the last one is then porcelain. So let's do like that and like that. Cool. So now we have 3 types here, as you can see. And you can also see that it changes over here. And I'll show you in just a minute what it then looks like from a seller's perspective when they then make a listing, because we're going to be doing that right after. You can see here the pricing model. So that's the fixed price one-time purchase. That's what we keep it as, because this is what it basically is. So allow free listings, we are not going to allow that, and we don't need a calendar here, and we don't need any of these ones up here. But right now you can see that when you make a listing, you will be asked for the title, the description, and the price. And we are not going to be doing any inventory tracking here, because for these kind of products, those are unique products, meaning that there will always only be one of each one. It will not be like where we have 10 as the quantity. There will always just be one of each. So those ones we do not toggle on. But we could add a custom field here. That could be maybe, I don't know, color. Let's add color. So the label would be color, and that would be maybe a multi-select. And the placeholder would be, the placeholder text would be choose your or the color. And let's do green, yellow, red, white. In a real life situation, you will probably add more here, but let's just do like this. So you can see over here what it will look like, and you can pick multiple here. Okay, cool. So let's just keep it like this. Currency, US dollars, image settings, and so on. We'll leave that one as it is. Let's save the changes, and let's actually go to the marketplace to see what it then looks like. Cool. So now I will then sign in. So I'm going to be signing in. Actually, I'll be signing up first, and I'll sign up as a seller because I'm going to be making a listing here. So I'll sign up as a seller. And by the way, this color down here, that's the theme color. So let's just go and change that one actually. So if I go here to the theme, let me pick one that makes a little bit more sense. Maybe I'll just pick black actually. And let me save that one. That was actually already saved. So let me just go back here and refresh. And you can see now it is black. Okay, so I'll sign up, Rasmus S. I'll add my email address. And phone number, I'll leave that out right now. And I click on the send magic link. So now you can see I received this email here where all I have to do is basically just to click on the sign in button. Right now the emails are being sent from prometora.com, but if you had added your custom domain, so let's say we had ceramics.com, emails would be sent from that domain, of course. So I'm just going to be clicking here, and you can see that it's then signing me in. And I'm a seller. Cool. So I'm signed into the seller dashboard here, you can see. Great. So let's create a listing. So I click here on the create listing, and you can see that we have the 3 types here. So earthenware, stoneware, and porcelain. And we will be making a listing in the earthenware listing type, because that's where we added the specific fields here, so the color one, right? So that one does not exist here in the stoneware and in the porcelain because we didn't add it there. So let's just call this one something like earthenware listing 1, or it could also be selling, I don't know, selling my earthenware vase. And I'm just going to add that also in the description field. Price, I don't know actually, let's do $50. It is, let's say, white, but it's also yellow. I select an image. I actually have one right here, this one. So let's upload that one. So let's just give it a second to do that. Cool, so we can see the image there. Video, I don't have a video, but I'm just gonna be publishing this one immediately. And then I create the listing. Cool, so now you can see that this one is published. If I then go to the browse listings, it basically looks like this right now. Cool, and I can then click on it and it basically looks like this. You can see the colors here as well. I can also click on it and then I can see it in a kind of gallery view. Awesome. So, but did you notice a couple of things here? So first of all, maybe up here we don't need the all, we just need these 3 pills here. So like if there were lots of listings, it would then be very easy to filter around. So let's just do that. So if I go to the all listings page, I then scroll down here that we don't need this category here, and we enable this one, so the type specific filters. And you can see down here for the earthenware, why not be able to filter for the color as well? Let's enable that one and we toggle that one off because we don't need that one. So I save and let's go back to the all listings page, and now you can see that it basically looks like this. So when I'm on earthenware, we have these filters, and when I go here, we just have the price, and same here for the porcelain. And we don't have any listings right now in these categories. Cool, so that is basically how easy it was to make the first listing and set up the all listings page for my marketplace, because this page is always super important because this is where you will have all your listings and where you will have all your filters. Cool. Awesome. Great. So we are almost there, I would say, with the first version of our marketplace. But one thing I just want to show you is basically the payment setup, right? So you can very easily set up payments as well so that money will start flowing through your marketplace basically. So you can set up either a regular Stripe or a Stripe Connect, and most marketplaces use Stripe Connect because if you use regular Stripe, all money will go into your account basically as the marketplace owner. So that is best for single sellers as you can see down here. But if you set up Stripe Connect, it's basically set up for multiple sellers on your marketplace, which is the usual setup. So you can see down here that all you basically have to do is to add your publishable key and the secret key. And you always start with the test keys that you get from Stripe so you can test everything, right? So if you go into Stripe, so I'm on Stripe now, just on a test account. And if I then go down here to the developer area and click on the overview, you can see that I have 2 seconds. Now you can see that I have the 2 keys here. So the publishable key and the the secret key as well. So let me just copy them one by one. So I copy that one, and then I also copy this one, and I copy that here, and then I just save. Cool. Because now we can actually make a test purchase. And by the way, here you can also set up your custom domain, which is always better, so that you could have like ceramics.com or whatever custom domain you buy. But now that we have the keys here, I can actually make a purchase here. Now I'm logged in as the seller, so if I click here, it will probably tell me that I'm the seller. Yep, you cannot purchase your own listing. So first, I just have to log in as someone else. So let's just do that. So I sign out here. I go to sign up, and let's just sign up as a buyer. I could also sign up as a seller. The only difference is that as a buyer, I cannot create a listing, but it's also very easy to convert a buyer account into a seller account as well. So let me just make another account here. So let's do like this and send the magic link. Cool. Okay, so I am being signed in on another account. So that means that now I can basically buy this one. So I click here, and it now sends me to the checkout. And by the way, as you can see here, the marketplace fee right now is $5. So let me just show you where you can adjust that actually. So if we go back here and I go to the payment, then down in the bottom here, you can see that we now have a commission of 10%. But actually, maybe let's change that just to 5, because we are then more competitive, you could say, than Etsy. But you could also set it to 20, you could set it to whatever you would want to. So if we then just go back here, so I'll just go back and then click on the buy now again. Now you can see that the marketplace fee is $2.5. So that is the money that you as the marketplace owner will earn. So I'm just going to be making a test purchase. So I just add in 42, 42, 42, 42. That is a test card from Stripe. I just write something here and I basically pay. Cool. Now you can see that it goes through, confirms the order, and you can see the order details here. Cool, and that is awesome. So you can see that order is confirmed, and I can see what I basically purchased here. Now I also received this email here. You can see that again it's from prometora.com, but again if you had set up your custom domain, it would be sending from your own domain. You can see that I get a order confirmation email, and the seller will receive, of course, also an email with you made a sale and how much they earned, and also you can see what the platform fee was here. Cool, so we've pretty much done everything. So we have a pretty nice front page, we have the all listings page with different types of listings, and we made a listing and we made a sale. The only thing that we are missing is actually the shipping, right? So the shipping, we haven't set that up. We're not going to be doing that in this video, but what of course a new marketplace can always start with doing is to just make the buyer and the seller write each other, right? So here, so if I go to the listing again, so if I go here on the listing, of course you can let the buyer and the seller know that they can message each other in here, right? So then of course the seller would be sending the tracking number to the buyer once it has been shipped and so on. So that is a way to start with. And then, of course, implementing a proper shipping method later would make sense for this kind of marketplace. Cool. Great. So if this video sparked an idea for you, that's great, because that's exactly why I built Prometora. So go ahead and test it out, and always just reach out to me if you have any questions. Either send me an email or write here in the comments. And I really hope to see you in the next video as well. See you. Bye bye. Ciao. Bye bye.